disciplined. And I really hope that this is a phase in your life and it doesn't dominate your mind to where you forget about how entertaining you are, how musically inclined you are. It's like you just drop one thing and do another based on a bag. And that's really not what at the end of the day. But at the end of the day, that's not really going to make you happy. And I hope that's what people are teaching you on your end, because that at the end of the day, if you're not happy and you wake up and you have nothing else to do and you can't punch on nothing else, and we know you making some money, but we know you're not making enough money to be getting punched on, because it's women's boxing. But I just, if I think the people that are around you should be telling you to continue on. If you want to get on here and say that you can do more than Jaidyn's doing, she's already done songs with Blue and without Blue. She's done features, decent features that have done some decent numbers. Could she stand to go further? Yeah, absolutely. If she tries a little harder and focuses a little harder. I think everybody gets a little distracted being behind the cameras all day, but use the cameras all day to, like Blue is doing. He uses the cameras for everything. Don't just sit in front of a TV and think that talking about somebody else, it makes you kind of on their level. You're not above them and you're not beneath them. If you got to sit on the camera and that's your stream of income, y'all both making some money off talking about each other. So that's great. And I think it's great that if you guys could be more disciplined and like leave like the scary threats out, like going to people's houses. Jaidyn is a licensed firearm person. We was not playing. We went down in private. We got our license and to protect our house and our children and ourselves, while Blue was gone. And that's not a good look to be pulling up to the wrong house. Some people's house you just can't pull up to. Jaidyn ain't no criminal, so she was able to get hers before I got mine. So what you don't want to do is pull up to nobody's house, and you don't want to encourage nobody else to pull up to nobody else's house so nobody don't get hurt and everybody can continue to take care of their kids. You see what I'm saying? And God don't want you to put people under that type of fear, like you gonna come to their house. She know you can't put your hands on her, and you know you can't put your hands on her. So why even go down that line with the dialogue? You just went pro. So you're gonna lose your boxing license, your only real source of income now, to tell Jaidyn that you're going over her house. And now she got a threat of you saying you're gonna go to her house and do something to her. So anytime she see you and she got that firearm, 9 times out of 10, she's allowed to protect herself. You've made a national threat, and then your people not telling you, like, you got some stuff you can't say. And then I got to get on here and I got to look like the bad guy to tell you how to protect you and your son. And I think you guys are doing a great job as mothers right now. Was y'all both doing a great job when my son got out? No, absolutely not. You just start doing a good job. Keep doing a good job. Keep being a good mother, and don't knock no other mother. Jaidyn could have did a whole lot more damage if she didn't have 2 kids by herself with her baby daddy in jail. And now her baby daddy running around with witches and stuff, so she still can't rely on him and drop no kids off. And I still have to do my thing too, because I'm getting older and I'm getting ready to start producing some movies and stuff. So we got to take turns with the kids. Okay, so that's all I'm saying is I think y'all are both very talented women. And I'm trying to stay very neutral and respect the fact that you are both mothers that are trying. And if y'all want to talk about each other's career and each other's money, don't put me in it, because I'll come on here and correct it like I just did. Now, if y'all want to get on here and talk about each other's money, shit, talk about each other's money. Show bank statements. I know for a fact Jaidyn got some money over there. And I know for a fact Blue ain't paid $9 for none of her housing in the last 2 years, and she ain't never lost no housing. She ain't never got no evictions on her name, and she done always paid her rent. Okay, so I just want to clear that up, that if she was on a leash with me, she ain't never gonna get no eviction. She ain't never got no eviction, and she ain't got to pay no money on no house for no whole year, or whatever goes on when you get in that situation. So if you was on a leash over here, baby, you would have been much better off. I promise you, you would have been much better off. But at least it takes respect and it takes listening. And if you don't have that, you're going to end up in the same situation. Okay. Again. So y'all both got some thick bank accounts. Shout out to Blue for putting y'all on. Shout out to Blue for putting everybody on. And I think that's all I had to get on here and say. Was it anything else I missed? I just woke up like she on my leash. Like Jaidyn can't be leashed. You seen how she begin smart too. She thinks she grown too, honey. If she was under my leash, honey, she would be a triple threat right now. But I also don't want to say she is also part owner of Pinkface. It is owned by two parents, and Pinkface is getting ready to drop so much shit this month, her birthday month, that they probably won't ever have to work again, because Karlissa Jenner do not play when it comes to her grandkids. Okay, so make sure y'all get all the Pinkface stuff for your kids. Loading now. She got a book coming. She got a learning book coming. She got the whole kit coming. You can get the whole kit for Pinkface and get it as a gift for the kids or your babies. And know that both the owners of Pinkface LLC is the parents. As the management on it, and anything that you get off Pinkface LLC it directly goes to both the parents equally. So we're gonna have Destiny's Child coming as soon as little Karlissa get here and can get her two-step together. But in the meantime, Avery and Journey will be practicing.
Shut the entire up. I'm sick of you.
And we got to get these grandkids going.
What's up?
And 6 out will keep the cameras rolling so we can let y'all see everything that's going on. Don't play about them babies. Because the last thing they gonna be doing is running around here having to do stuff they don't want to do. And I ain't finna throw nobody under the bus, but I'm just saying the last thing I want any of these grandkids to have to do is stuff they don't want to do. Okay. And they definitely ain't gonna be going over people's house begging and sitting on their couch and crying and talking crazy and being crazy. Okay. They're gonna get a good education. They understand that they came into a family of entrepreneurs of entertainment, and most of them love it. The only person I think don't really like it, and if you catch him off guard and don't tell him the plan, he like it too. But Javon is he's not really interested as much. But all the other kids love it. So age. She's intelligent and she's a little girl. Love her. Yes, she getting ready to dominate the board. So they gonna all be mad at Pinkface, okay? Because she the new Blueface, okay? But anyway, as soon as that stuff drops, hopefully by my birthday, they are working diligently to get all her stuff together. Make sure you get the whole kit, and make sure you tell your kids that Pinkface is an overcomer. She used to be a cusser. She don't cuss like that no more. Okay. And make sure you get her learning book, because we're going to use that learning book for all the kids in this family. Okay. Oh, she's doing well with her cussing. Yeah, she is already doing so good with her cussing. And when she get over here, I'm gonna let y'all see what she got going on. I'm gonna share on 6 Out when we drop her whole package, her emotions and her expressions. As soon as we get all her stuff and see how she feels about it, make sure we get her to co-sign, teach her how to sign autographs and get her ready. Okay. Because one thing we ain't fixing to do is drop the ball.
She's so
So
ugly.
I think I cleared everything up.
She look.
Who don't?
Yo, she look just like Nevaeh but darker.
Can you focus on here, Jay, back together and being cool? Can you focus on her and I'm really trying to focus on that and let them know that, Callie and her sisters are like this. Now, me and that lady, the mama, used to go at each other's heads. But once we saw that them kids loved each other and them kids needed each other, we clocked in. We stopped all of that. We had our couple little words here and there, but for the most part, we was at the birthday parties together. We was at each other's birthday parties together. And guess who wasn't there? The baby daddy was gone down the road doing something else and wasn't even at the kids' party. Okay. So if they pay attention and they listening, they learning, because they are listening and learning. I see them both picking up what I be putting down, if you haven't noticed. They gonna realize that them kids gonna need each other more than they gonna need their daddy. Okay. Are you willing to mentor into creating businesses? Yes, we also got it. We are also working on a kids management page right now so that I can help other people's kids find out what their talent is and get them on the road. If they entertainers, if they baseball, basketball, yes,
Don't
absolutely.
do it.
So that's why y'all haven't seen me with no kids for these last 30 days, because I've been working with my niece.
She grooming.
We don't drop no balls. I love all the kids. All the kids is gonna be loved and respected. Now the parents, I don't know. And hopefully Jonathan realizes, because Jaidyn and John created Pinkface LLC together, laid up in the bed together. And I hope they realize that they are forever in a partnership. Pinkface is also 25% owner of her own LLC until I've already put it all in the clause. Everything is together to make sure she get her 25% or whatever comes in before she even get grown. Okay. So the mama and the daddy gonna have to push it equally, and respect that they are business partners forever. Okay.
What's up? What's up? What's up, chat?
They'll be back to co-parenting. It's going to take some time. What they went through was very traumatic. I think what they went through was very traumatic. And me personally, I think they handled it very well. I think they've handled it very well. They did not resort to violence. They have taken a little hiatus. Yes, the kids is affected by the hiatus, but guess what? Everybody is still, it didn't stop business. Nobody went to jail. It was a peaceful movement. It's quiet. And one day they'll, just like they did before, they'll just pick the pieces back up and keep on going. And you, as a parent, as a woman, as a mom, you got to be able to appreciate that. No matter how it turned out peaceful. It turned out safe. There was no violence. Um, they talked a little shit about each other. Everybody is showing growth, and now that Nevaeh shit. Girl, that don't got nothing to do with none of us, okay? We gonna see a lot of people come and go. That's how it is. Look at the Kardashians, all them people that came and went. Don't nobody even know them people no more. John's probation ended yesterday. Yesterday. I feel that one. Okay, the house wanted this for your son to not be your son in his kid's life, and it worked. I think they definitely came in with a mission and a motive, and I'm gonna meet with Jaidyn's best friend today because she don't really appreciate how things went down towards Jaidyn or towards Blue, or towards them being, the way they are, because she knows stuff that we don't know, and she's willing to clear that up for us today. And she not really a TV messy person, so I'm gonna have to drag out of her whatever I can, but she has agreed to at least clear up what she knows for sure. Because I asked her, I said, why would you keep that under a secret? Even because me and her been cool this whole time. Because I've been trying to make sure that her and Jaidyn, take their little hiatus, but get back in their place. And whenever as a mom, whenever you see good people in your people's lives, you try to keep the connection. You try to keep it going so that you can, plant seeds for them to get back on track, because everybody goes through something. So I asked her, I said, why ain't you tell me? Why you keep that from me? And she said her alliance and her allegiance was to Jaidyn first. And she didn't feel like it was her place. But I'm like, you kind of left me out in the cold by not telling me what you know. But now that it's out, she's agreed to tell her side of the story. About how she felt about it, because I got questions. I feel like she kind of low key, she kind of left me in the dark too. Nephew should give Rila a chance. I think that he's probably gonna do the best he can with that situation once the baby gets here. It's hard to kind of give somebody a chance. He didn't even really want to give Light Bright a chance. It just kind of fell that way. But it's hard to give somebody a chance that just gets pregnant by you on the first night and then be like, bam, you know what I mean? And she realizes she went the wrong way about it, and got a little emotional and did some things. But I respect her for reaching back out to me and apologizing to me and just trying to create a relationship so that her child at least knows who their family is if he don't come around. But I don't see Blue not coming around for any kid that's his, that he finds out, yes, that's my kid. I just don't see that happening. And I respect that. I respect it too. I told him, I said he did forbid me to be involved with it. He forbid me to be around, and I'm just like, you can't really, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate what you have done for me, but you can't really control who, what, when, why, or how things are done, especially if it's a grandkid. Now, if that was just a random girl that, you know what I'm saying, just wanted to get some content, I probably would have listened to what he said and been like, okay, well, scratch that. Because I have passed people up because he said, nah, we ain't fucking with her. We ain't fucking with that. I have passed it up. Passed up some good shit because he said that. But if somebody comes say, they have, not only are they having my granddaughter, and I only got two, they're gonna name the granddaughter after me. Come on now. I'm sorry, son. I love you. I love you dearly. But let me see if this is little Karlissa is. And then also, we don't want to have little Karlissa just be in the womb, not hear none of our voices, not pick up none of our energy. So I gotta go over there, and I want her. There's things I want her to do with Karlissa right now while she's in the womb that I want to be signified. I want her to come out like a queen. I want her to come out powerful. I want her to come out strong. So yes, I have created a monthly agenda for these last 4 months of her pregnancy that I think, she should do. You know what I'm saying? Like speaking things over her life. And, we're going to go take specialty classes in Los Angeles, observe the ocean and speak to Karlissa. There are so many things that I want, to information that if you're going to name her Karlissa, there are things that I know I appreciate and love in life that my grandparents did for me. And I share that with all the grandkids, but I want to be very hands-on. So without getting pushed away these next 4 months. Y'all pray for me, but I'm going to be over there giving her little short assignments for Karlissa that, I would appreciate that she does. And she does not seem, she's treating it as 50% here and 50% over there. You know what I'm saying? She exercises daily. I love that. I appreciate that. She reads the Bible to Karlissa. I love that, and I just want her to go and ground her feet and find peace in the ocean and just do certain things that I think will help enhance. Because she's already starting out not hearing daddy's voice. So I've created a couple tapes, for her to listen to her daddy's voice and plug the speakers up and know that she's loved and appreciated. I got a couple jail calls that I recorded and saved, and we'll just transfer that energy and that voice. So we're going to go on to the beach and ground our feet and talk to Karlissa and let her know that her parents love her, that her daddy is just at work. Like we told the kids when he was in jail, we're going to just go tell little Karlissa while she in the womb, daddy's at work. You just have to talk to the baby because the baby can hear you. The baby knows everything that's going on, everything that the mom is feeling. So we want her to feel peace and we want her to feel joy. And we just want Karlissa to come out ready to roll, okay? She's going to be a star on day one because her mama ain't finna hide her face, hide her coochie. She finna just let the whole world see the birth of a beautiful baby come out. I've only seen it once and I almost passed out. So y'all gonna pass out. And she gonna...
Welcome to the stream, y'all. Make sure y'all hit the like button. You know what I'm saying?
Will be part of the family network, and that's how she coming in. So I'm so overjoyed, elated, and excited about that. I pray that the baby is yours. We did all that with my brother's one night stand, and then it didn't end up being his. And the lady didn't tell y'all that it was a possibility that it could be somebody else's. I mean, you got to think about this. Rella's not trying to be a actress. She's not trying to be a television person. She's not trying to get a record deal. What sense would it make? Now, if you trying to get all those things and you trying to run your clout up and you trying to go viral a whole bunch of times, I had a little scratch a little bit to get her to pull up. She wanted to do it privately.
Welcome to the stream.
So for her to go through all this and then for the baby to come out and not be his, you think she finna go through that type of embarrassment if it's a possible another person? And then she 4-5 months. Don't you think the guys would have came out now? I think the guys would have popped out by now. She was so short. It was so painful too when I found out because all that we did. Oh, Lord Jesus. Baby come out and we swab the baby. Because she said we could swab the baby the first day. If the baby come out and we swab the baby, I don't know what I would do. I really don't know what I would do. I would literally have a nervous breakdown. And now you got me worried.
Bruh.
I don't know because...
I think really is his.
She even went to a guy that does fake lie detector tests. And she even saying that she didn't sleep with no one in November, which was very proven she did. So I thought the guy said that he was lying. She told me and Blue that the guy said he was lying, and he made a whole post saying it wasn't true what he was saying, and that they didn't sleep together in November. The last time they actually slept together was in October. So didn't read that information?
Girl, that was lies, just like you said. I really
feel Rila has his baby, but Nevaeh is lying. She's a lie. I mean, she's the type, and I keep hearing her say, wait till my baby come out. Like, she might be like, got your bitch ass. Like, I really feel like she would do that. Like, it gives Aries don't give a fuck. You know they don't give a fuck. It gives that she would take that shit all the way to the bank. Came in and duplicated the whole Chrisean. She jumped over a gate in the club. I didn't see who it was. And put her hand on me and to climb over a gate and at the club where I was throwing his homecoming party. My son is like, yeah, you should have just let her jump over the gate. And I'm not letting no groupies. It was a lot of groupies there. I'm not letting none of them touch me. I don't want people. I'm not the type of person that just likes everybody touching me. Okay. I don't let people touch my grandkids. I don't like people touching me. Okay, I just don't want them energies and them spirits. And now that we see what it was my spirit was vexed by the touch of her hand. And my son really owes me an apology right now. Because as a Christian, when you feel another entity touch you, you're going to feel some type of way. If you got not just a Christian, if you got the spirit of Jesus Christ on you, and he doesn't realize that that's what vexed his spirit, and he's forcing his spirit into that area. He originally was vexed by that. He even told Jaidyn to go take the baby out of her. Remember that? So I know that he was vexed by her spirit, and he was a little confused, and he might have been a little confused because then he took it out on Rella. I feel like he took it out on Rella, and because he can't really figure out what's making him so vexed. What's making him just look in her face and talk like that? And that's the spirit on you rejecting something that you know isn't good for you. And then her spirit looks crazy like that. That's your spirit not really wanting that in your presence, but you're stuck again like you was the last time. You didn't want the last one either. Jonathan really wanted to have all his kids by the same baby mama. So all of this that he's doing, he's just accepting, kind of like that 2-year prison sentence. He's just doing the best he can with something that he didn't sign up to do. Jonathan said out of his own mouth, if you go back and research all his dialects, he took very much pride in having the 2 kids by the same baby mama. He took very much pride in that. That's why he keeps trying to say now, you know, this, and that. But he's so hurt by the mistakes that he's made, and he has to live with those mistakes because they're children. You can't just, you know what I'm saying? Once they get here, if they yours, if they not yours, if they got daddies or not daddies, and you continue to want to be around the mother, you have to accept those children. And so I know he's very hurt about how life has turned out for him. Because that's just not him. You know what I'm saying? So, are you going to the baby shower Sunday? No, I am actually meeting up with, I have to give Jaidyn the kids back, and then I am meeting up with Chrisean on Sunday. I think not Chrisean. Oh, Lord Jesus. They gonna clip that for sure, child. They gonna clip that for sure. I'm meeting up with somebody else on Sunday. So I cannot do it on Sunday. I was asked to do the baby shower, and we were secretly plotting and planning the baby shower, the most beautiful baby shower you could ever imagine, not a sales gig or anything like that. We were going to genuinely do a beautiful baby shower for Nevaeh because they called and asked me to do it, and I agreed to do it. But the day that I agreed to do that baby shower is the day that she did that whole thing. And she didn't even know. This is how you got to be careful when you got to be careful when you moving in these streets and you making these quick decisions and being disrespectful. You'll lose your blessings. You'll lose your blessings. You will lose your blessings trying to be a smart ass or disrespect somebody because you think you got a position, or you know what I'm saying? You will lose. And really, Nevaeh's hurt with me has been long before my son got out. Y'all know this. Nobody else knew this. I just never say. Sometimes I just keep it to myself. If I think the person don't have no relevancy, you know, in this family, I just keep it to myself. Because Because I know Blue don't really like women that already got kids. So when he was in jail, I was like, yeah, for sure. She's just, she's just a fun bag. So when he authorized, when he authorized old girl to be on the show, what's her name? Angela. When he authorized for her to be on the 6 Odd show, the episodes, and by the way, she did a fantastic job. The fans loved her. He could have rocked that out with her. I know that she's going through something with her mom, and I know he probably didn't want to put all of that on her. And shout out to Jonathan for making that quick decision to go a different way, because she's not really healed yet from what she's going through, and that would have been a lot on her. So the other people that jumped into play was calling me while he was in jail. I've never even told him this before, and they was kind of jamming me up about Angela. So she already had some, yeah, fuck you, to me. I already felt like she felt away because she thought while he was in jail, and Angela's getting put on, that should have been her time to get put on. And that's just not what he approved. So they get mad at me instead of getting mad at him. That's his decision to call me and tell me, you good to go. I didn't, you know what I'm saying? But they feel a certain type of way to me when he authorizes one to do something else, and the something that they wanted, they gonna make sure they take it out on me. They all do it. But that's part of being a manager. It's part of being a mom. It's part of being a boy mom. You got to know how to handle that and see past that, because we know what Nevada came for. That's why Chrisean is even saying it today. I seen her just saying it on one of her clips on there, like she doing all that because she want to get put on, and she feel like, she can match them. So let her do what she got to do. It's working for her. I didn't put her on when he was in jail because he didn't give me the permission to put you on, boo. He gave Angela permission. And I actually appreciated working with Angela without having to be around somebody calling me bitches and disrespecting me and, forgetting that I'm a mom. I pay attention to all those little things, even though I don't say nothing. I just be like, mental note. You have lack of character and lack of respect. I have a sincere, humble question. Why do you flip-flop and be biased just when I think you opening up to Sean? So if you can call it flip-flop, I can call it, she didn't have to, when she was talking about Jaidyn, she didn't have to say Jaidyn was under my leash. That's a form of manipulation. I don't want her to coming back over here thinking she could do that. So I have to check her at the door. So Chrisean's the type of person you have to let her know. And I see her working. But you have to let her know before she comes over here that you're not putting up with none of that bullshit, or she can't come over here. Or that's just the way, you know what I'm saying? She's gonna stand up, and none of the people that's around her is gonna correct her and stand up to her. And I'm not that person. I'm not the person. Okay, so we riding the line, and then she flips to the manipulation. Oh, she on Jaidyn's on Karlissa's leash. That's a form of manipulation. We're not gonna let her do that. We're just as much as she going back and forth with Jaidyn and Jaidyn going back and forth with her, she using Jaidyn and Jaidyn using her, and Chrisean doesn't understand boundaries. I love her. I love how dramatic her tenacity is. She's built for the game. She's built for all that. But she has to know boundaries within the circle so that other people can know that you're not going to cross those type of boundaries. Like talking about addresses, boundaries. You see what I'm saying? Talking about she want to say she's gonna beat her ass or whatever. That's small talk. That is what it is. But she don't know boundaries, and trying to say that Jaidyn is on my leash is trying to already start to manipulate some type of what you call it. isolation or that shit she did from the beginning. Don't come with that. You're not getting ready to crash our boards. You're not getting ready to try to turn us against each other. And that's just not going to happen. And I wouldn't let Jaidyn do the same thing to you. If you got to a place where we established a relationship, I wouldn't let Jaidyn use manipulation on you either, to where it makes you feel like, you know what I'm saying? Clock in. And remember, there's boundaries to certain people. You have to keep a boundary with, because nobody is going to trust you, respect you in the industry, in the game, if you can't show that you know what the boundaries are, that you just going to cross that line every time. Now, I say getting close to it is great. If you know what I'm saying, express yourself as close as you can to like you're not about to get on here and talk about the gays. You're not about to get on here and talk about the police. You're not about to get on here and do certain things, which tells me you know certain boundaries. There are still certain boundaries with your coworkers that you still got to learn and abide by and respect, or nobody's going to allow, if Jaidyn stopped talking about you or to you right now, you don't have no content to talk about. Because they ran their shit up way faster than yours, and you coming on here to talk about them is really helping yours. Yes or no? Am I telling the truth or not? I'm telling the truth, right? Because Jaidyn just jumped on her stream after John jumped on his, and she ran her shit up. Yeah, they went, even before they got into it, she was still running her shit up. And she was still respecting the boundaries. If John came over here on his stream, she didn't turn her stream on while he had his stream on. She respected that. You know what I'm saying? You started this. I'm going to run behind you. Then when we get done, I'm going to go do my shit. I'm going to clock in. It's boundaries and respect. If one of them get on right now, out of all three of them, Blue is on right now, Jaidyn is on right now. I'm just a mom giving my observation of everything. I'm going to clock out. I own 6 odd. I'm going to clock out and let them do their thing. Either one of them get on, I'm going to clock out. If y'all get on here and say, oh, Chrisean's on, or oh, Jaidyn's on, or oh, Blue's on, hey, I'm going to let them have the floor. I'm going to let them clock out. This they show. I'm just a director in the background. So that's why you feel like that. You feel, because I'm not okay with Chrisean starting that manipulation of division amongst us on day one. You know what I'm saying? That's manipulation. Even her coming in trying to choose a side between John and Jaidyn, and neither one of them really give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, you could come in somewhat neutral. You could have came in on some, you know what I'm saying, on some Christian type of time. You didn't have to come in hot. But that's her choice. She knows how to run her page and her drama. But I'm just saying, like, you're not about to do that to me. Get somebody else to do it. And I'm going to try my best to be very neutral and respect that both of them. I don't fuck with neither one of them. I don't fuck with neither one of them. I don't fuck with Jaidyn. I don't fuck with Chrisean. I don't. That's just my choice. When you get on here doing too much and you don't have no respect that the person that put you on, you want that person to be in danger because it ain't like he made the tape of you, you know, it ain't like he created the tape. She ain't even come for the person who made the tape. So there's some things that I feel about both of them right now. I wouldn't let Jaidyn get on here and manipulate. If I did have a conversation with Chrisean, I wouldn't let Jaidyn get on the internet and manipulate the conversation to try to make it go left. And she knows me. She wouldn't even try that. Chrisean doesn't know me. So she's going to push the bar and push the button and try to think that we're equals. When I'm your son's grandmother, we're not equals. And that's the problem, that some of these people don't have respect and understand. Right? So if my grandma said, Karlissa, you ain't shit, I'm not to just turn my head, because they have said that. I'm not about to be like, who the fuck is you talking to, grandma? You know what I'm saying? It's just some stuff that is like, once you get 21, you should know your elderly respect. You know what I'm saying? I know underage, we might be trying to feel ourselves and find our way. But once I turned 21, I realized that, yeah, I'm not about to say, not only that, all my cousins about to come out the woodworks on me if I play with my grandma. And my sister's about to come out the woodworks if I play with my mama. So it's just like, why get into it with all your family when you could just be like, I got to respect my elders? Because at the end of the day, no, me and Jaidyn ain't speaking, but I'm going to get my grandkids. No, we ain't besties. We ain't talked since she went on the house. We're never, ever going to get to a place where we allow somebody to stop the peace of the kids. You got to be able to turn that on and turn that off. Okay. And she gonna pull up. I'm gonna pull up to the meeting spot. She gonna pull up to the meeting spot. She gonna put the car seat in. I'm gonna get the kids out. I'm gonna do like this, and I'm gonna get back in my car and start talking to my grandkids about all her business. That's what I'm gonna do. That's what my grandma did. So, yes, because your grandma supposed to pull up and check on you. My grandma saved me from getting child molested by my mama's husband. My grandma saved me, not my daddy, not my auntie, not my sister and them, because they ain't give a fuck. Not my daddy. My grandma lived in Ohio, came down for one family visit, never been to California in her life. I think it probably wasn't even a visit. It might have been a funeral or something she came for, and she didn't like my energy. She didn't like my attitude. She didn't like the way I was looking, and she was paying attention to the way everything going on in this motherfucking house. My grandma. She looking around, she looking at me, she looking how I'm looking at this man, she looking how this man looking at me. And she went home and put a plan together. This is a true story. It's in my book. If you think I'm lying, am I right hand to God? She called me one day. She said, "Is you good or somebody bothering you?" I said, "I'm not good, Grandma." Just like that. My grandma lived in Ohio. She made one visit. She analyzed and understood that with one visit. Just like this. She went home and she put a plan together. She put a plan together so tight that she didn't want to cause my dad to do nothing crazy. So she never told my daddy. I thought she told my dad. I didn't realize she ain't told my dad till I was well in my 20s that my dad didn't know. My grandma put a plan together and told my dad that my mama told her that that Karlissa can come live with her. I'm gonna go get her. I'm gonna give her to you. Boom, boom, we out. My dad was so happy because all my dad wanted was for us to come with him because he didn't like us living in the crack house. We drove down, but my mom wasn't giving up no kids because she wasn't giving up that check. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Them EBT be tight. Y'all don't be fucking with them baby daddies because y'all don't want to mess up y'all EBT, but y'all need them baby daddies. So anyway, my grandma drives down. They pull up in the middle of the night. I think I'm about to get molested this night. I'm scared to death. But they pull up, they knock on that door and tell Karlissa, come on out. She ain't come in, say hi, speak to nobody. They didn't kick it. Now this her daughter. My mother, this is my grandma's, my mama's mama. And I'm looking around like, how you was able to do this? The courts wouldn't do this. The police couldn't do this. Grandma, how you was able to get this done? Grandmas don't play. My grandma would have probably came in there, everybody, even me, if she couldn't get that done, okay? She did it for 3 or 4 of her other grandkids. We all lived in that house with her together for a few days. And we driving off. I feel bad for leaving my sisters there, but I don't even know. And this is why me and my sister don't get along to this day. It's in the book. Go read it. She thought I knew. Well, he wasn't bothering her at the time that we left. And she was calling him dad. And they was one big happy family. But I'm old enough to know that's not my dad. I'm old enough to, reject the whole situation, which I did. I was feeding my dad when he was homeless. I was not for the new situation that my mom went and built for us. I was not for it. Okay. I didn't have to take no parts in that. My sisters was calling the man dad, and they was all one big happy family. So I thought when I left, we love our grandmas. Don't we love our grandmas? Girl, and you go over grandma's house, all the throwaway kids live there. All the throwaways is here. It's about 4 of them in there, and they all the oldest child. They all the oldest child that the man didn't want around. So I get over there and I'm like, damn, I'm part of this clan now. Because I had visited for summer. So I knew the people that was living there, like, oh shit, I'm probably gonna be next. Anyway, they moved me. My grandma faked it off. So I was with my grandma for like a couple days. And then my dad pulled up and got me. My sister hate my guts because I left her there. And I guess she was the new guinea pig. And I didn't know. I didn't have a clue. So I'm 12. Girl, I was trying to get out of there. He was about to get this ass, okay? So I get there to Ohio. I'm living with my dad. 3 months later, he had to go get them. But I say that to say, and my grandma was on time again. You have to respect your elders because you never know when you're going to need them. So God forbid Jaidyn was to get in a jam. We ain't talking. I don't fuck with her. She still know I got a place downstairs where I ain't got to see her or talk to her. I got a whole apartment downstairs. She already know if she got to come home. If one of them got to come home, they could come home. As long as they ain't jumped on me, jumped on my husband, talk crazy to none of us, which none of them have. Only person who really pushed the envelope was Dre. That's the only person who really pushed the envelope with Mr. Sappho. But all the rest of them, we ain't got no problems. You got a place to re-up. You do not have to go to no shelter house. That bullshit they doing, you don't got to do that. And that comes with having a level of respect. Now, do she got to like me, kick it with me, hang out with me, fuck with me? No, absolutely not. Do I got to do that with her? Absolutely not. So when I got on here to address that she's not on no leash with me. She ain't never been on no leash with me. All of her content, all that she does, I might give her a hint or give her, some help to make sure she on the right path. But all of that she's doing is all on her own. And I can guarantee you, if you look in Jaidyn's bank account, it looks just like yours. And that's all I got on here to say. And if she would have never said Karlissa was on my leash, I would have let them battle them bank accounts out on their own. That Jaidyn is not doing what she's doing. She's doing the numbers on her own. Obviously, you deleted her music, which I thought was a boundary crossed. You deleted her music off of the internet and made her think that John did that to her. But Jaidyn should be smart enough to know that John would never play with no music or no money that he stood on. So when I say stuff about the isolation and the division, we're not doing that. We're not doing none of that. Okay. I had to buy a subscription because I've been through it with baby fathers, mothers. And you by far, Karlissa, one of the best grandmas I have ever seen. Thank you so much, Stacy. Because, when I was a kid and I was growing up, I asked God for a few things. I never asked him for the things that I see my kids and Jaidyn and Chrisean. Like, I never asked for those things. I never knew to even ask for, gold chains, Dookie chains, Mr. T chains. I never asked for Ferrari. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I could have went out and got like the big body this and a big body that. I went out and got me a cute girl's little Range Rover, paid it off. It ain't, when I asked God for things, I asked for two things. I asked for a lot of kids, a lot of grandkids, and a house big enough to be comfortable and run around and not run my man off. That's all I asked for. So all of this that they doing and wasting their money on and striving on, I didn't ask for none of that. Even when I was younger, I didn't ask for none of that. I never went out and bought Gucci and Louis. All the stuff I got all that little trinkets and stuff. I wouldn't go get that. The Zeus gave me some stuff. My son gave me some stuff. You know what I mean? All the butt lifts and the ellipse and all of that. That's just, and that's why these type of people like me, you saw me just come up behind the scenes, just dipped over everybody, because it's like our blessings and what we want out of life are not, we're not the same. So when I be saying we not the same, it don't be because I think I'm better than them. I just think psychologically I'm better than you. I did this for my family. I did this for my grandkids. I did this for the people that I know that are coming so that I could be prepared like my grandma was prepared. My grandma owned her own home. Nobody could tell her how many kids to bring up in that house, okay? She gave up her man for us to have a place to live. So I'm just trying to be what I had. I'm trying to be what your mental is so strong and you speak so true. Thank you. I'm literally trying to get well done from my grandparents. That's all I want. I just want my grandma to be looking down like she paid it forward. So same grandmas, the real grandmas that I know. And shout out to NBA Youngboy's mom, Sharonda. I know I said something crazy the other day, and I regretted that so bad. But she is another great grandma I have watched. Games mom, awesome grandma. There's a few industry grandmas that y'all don't be seeing all of their stuff, but they some good grandmas. And for being what Sharonda is right now to his kids, I really feel like he should at least give her some flowers. Some of us, when we had that first kid, we wasn't ready. We wasn't ready to be no mom. Damn sure wasn't ready to be no grandma. Everybody couldn't handle that weight. So that's why when I say Jaidyn and Callie is doing their thing, because they keep their thing rolling regardless. And for me, that's real Christianity. That's real faith. That, you know what I mean? They've had to ask me to do some things to help them. But other than that, they then kept their ships tight for them boys. And life has truly been. Callie walked away from the whole industry in itself just to be able to give her sons what they need. She missed that window, unfortunately. And if she came back and did something, she might do a little something and dip back out. But for the most part, she chose her kids. And I'm very proud of her for that. Now, am I proud of her? And her I don't even know what to call what she be doing, but she be trying to dominate. I'm not proud of that, but I'm proud of Chrisean getting into that place, but I need to see some time. I need to see what you're gonna do when this lease run out. If the boxing commission don't pay you, or you lose the fight, you don't get the money, or something go wrong. I need to see more than just, okay, you paid your rent, in advance. I need to see, before I'm gonna give you credit as a mom, I need to see some good. I can't just tell you that you doing a good job and then you think you're doing a good job and you're not really doing a good job, because to me, she's not doing a good job. And it could just be she just doesn't know. She could be one of those young ladies that just wasn't raised around kids. Like, she probably don't know. He needs toys. He needs squeezies. He needs different little things. And for me, and that's why I want to help Rella so much, is because at each stage of a kid's life, they need certain things that stimulate them. And I don't see no toys out. I don't see no balls in his hands. I just don't see the concern. I just see somebody holding him and trying to contain him. And it's like, he's a whole little boy. And I feel like there's some things that I need to see before I'm just going to get comfortable. You know what I mean? Like, I think about it throughout the week. What can I get the kids that come in this weekend? What can I get them for learning? What can I get them? I try to set a schedule when the grandkids come over here. You know what I mean? We eat by this time. We exercise at this time. You know what I'm saying? I try to get a schedule going for them. And when you see that as a mom, even if she went on the stove and warmed up if we saw her warming up a pot of, even if it was applesauce, some warm applesauce. If I just see her doing some things that, and again, she may not know, and I'm willing to tell her. That's why I get on here and tell her, because we have each other blocked and we can't communicate. But if I see Journey lacking something or needing something, for instance, I don't like the braids and all that stuff going on in Journey's hair. So I went and got a whole kit for Jaidyn. I spent almost $200 on Journey's hair kit for her hair. I used everything in this kit. I don't know much about mixed hair, but I did my research and my homework. Here, use this kit. I got a kit for over there and I got a kit for over here. And we finna start working on her hair. So if I see stuff and I get on here and I say it, I can't call Chrisean and be like, yeah, how about you get him like the little thing? You remember that little toy back in the day when you stand it up and then you put the colors on there, you put the little round thing on there. All the kids had them. Remember that little thing? I've never seen one of those. The squeeze, the squeezy toy. I want a squeezy toy in his hand. Squeeze. I want to hear him squeeze. I want to see him put the thing on top of the thing and learn how to put the blocks on top of the thing. that's going to tell me, okay, you're stimulating him. You're really trying to do the best that you could do for him. And that's when I say, if I get on here and do what y'all doing and just say, yeah, everything looks great. She's hugging him. She's kissing him. She's doing a great fucking job. If grandma do that, I would be fake. I would be a fraud. I would be a fan. I'm never going to do that. I'm never going to do that for you guys to like me, or, you know what I'm saying? I can't do that in my spirit. I can't do that. So when I get on here and I keep saying, nope, 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 that's not it. Nope, nope, nope. There's a reason. Because I know what it is. And when I see the improvement, I'll let you guys know. And I'll keep throwing out little subliminals. You know, I told her the last time we talked, I said, I think my spirit told me, let's take him swimming. Let's put some floaties on his arm. It was a public place where we could all feel safe, where she wasn't going to be able to drown me and wasn't nobody going to know. And let's let him swim for a couple of hours with the floaties on, because my spirit told me that's going to be his happy place. What'd she do? First chance she get him in some water, she dunked his head under the water, and then he dunked under. And now the thing that I wanted for him the most, he might be terrified of, when I wanted that to be his peace and his happy place. I wanted that baby to be able to think about going to the water. I see a lot of disabled moms in my community, a lot of moms with disabled kids in my community, and they take them to the swimming pool every morning as part of their routine. So when I start to see a routine that I'm pleased with, or somebody even implementing a routine that's around her, then that's when I'll say they're doing a great job. They woke up before they went and jogged their 3 miles for themselves, and they boxing career, and they this and they that. They warmed up on the stove and warmed up some, not in the microwave, warmed up some applesauce on the stove, not the applesauce in the jar. She cut up some apples, blended them down real fine, and made her own homemade applesauce. I understand he might have a little struggle swallowing, but handing them all them preservatives and all that shit in the package. I know the physical therapist is going to tell you how to do all this. So if I don't see you doing any of the things that I know the date that you should be doing, because as a grandma, as a mom, we do our research, we do our homework. There's tons of fresh fruits and vegetables that she could be blending down real smooth and giving to him, and giving him a healthy, balanced diet. And these are things that I don't never see y'all sending or saying it. Y'all just be on here like, and I don't like that. And that's why I've really struggled with the rock tards these last few years, because I just know that there's so much more. Especially when you only have one kid. She don't got to go do no homework. She don't got to sit down and make sure the homework is right. Holler. You know how many times Jaidyn got to holler at Javon to do that damn homework, and Callie and them be over there, he ain't doing the homework. Can you tell him to do the homework? The homework. The teacher said do the homework. You know what I'm saying? That's another stress in your mind that she don't have. And then when I see other mothers making food, making whole dinners, applesauce and blending it down and putting it in the processor and blending it again and doing whatever you got to do to get to the texture, even if you got to blend all that shit down till it's fine enough to get in a bottle. I would like to see her fresh juice for him. I would like to see him get some fresh beets and apples through the juicer in the bottle. I'll know when it's time to say, well done as a mom. I'll know. Okay? Callie don't let her kids eat dinner till they eat their vegetables. I'll know. Eat your vegetables. So now they just know when they come over here, they going, Grandma, where are the vegetables? I don't eat so much vegetables, but I'll know the simple things that you're doing as a mom to give you a mom credit. And that's all I'm looking for. Okay. So if we could start off with the squeezy toy, the floaties. If she want me to take them over here, I'll meet her at the liquor store, or at the police station. I'll take them swimming for a couple hours, and she can come back and get them. Okay. Put the floaties on. Get him some fresh squeeze. Get him one of them toys that squeak, 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 because those are things that jog your mind. Those are things that I haven't seen one thing to me besides the TV. And the TV is good too because the TV, y'all be slipping on them iPads and them TVs. Them kids know a lot of stuff from them iPads, honey. Journey knows how to work that iPad. She know how to put that passcode in. Y'all be over there crashing out talking about they own them iPads. Okay, a couple hours of them iPads is teaching them way more than our kids learned when they was little. Because at 3 years old, putting in a whole 6-digit passcode and going to your channel and typing in the YOU. Journey know how to type in YOU so she could get to the goddamn YouTube. I said, that's a lot to learn. So I'm not knocking the iPad teaching. I'm just saying. And I ordered some stuff for them to do electronically too, because I do see the stimulation from the electronics. So don't be making these women feel bad. Them kids is learning. Journey know how to spell YOU for YouTube, and she 3. She know how to put her passcode in. She know how to find her channel. She put DIS in for Disney. She don't know how to spell the whole thing now, but she know how to put that DIS. She know how to put in the SPO. It's the SpongeBob just click up. She don't know how to spell the whole thing, but they know how to get it cracking. So that's what encouraged us to put the Journey Pie kit together, learning kit together. Y'all gonna be so excited about this project that's getting ready to drop for Pink Face. But anyway, I would like to see that. And if y'all could relay that message, because I know y'all on here and I know y'all good at relaying messages. And I'm sorry that I took so long to relay these messages. It wasn't that I didn't want to give these messages. I just did not trust y'all. But I see y'all starting to get a little more neutral and be more about all the kids than just one of the kids, because it looked like they all. Okay, so let's get those floaties for some swimming. And let's get those, the little, what's that little block thing with all the little colored donuts, and you put it on there. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And I would like to see a little squeezy toy. And I would like to see him everywhere he goes with something to keep his mind stimulated instead of just looking and hearing what they doing. Because even if he can't see that good, I don't know that or not, even if he can't, if you put those things around him, guess what? He'll find them. He'll figure it out. Okay? I watched Ray Charles 3-4 times. I watched that movie 3-4 times because I love the way the mother handled that. Okay? Fine motor skill toys. Yes. Absolutely. Now, he getting ready to be 3 years old. He should have some signature toys that he likes. He should have the same toys. Some kids carry a blanket. Journey got a special doll. As soon as she walk over here, she be looking for Moana. Okay? She got a whole lot of toys, but as soon as she get here, she looking for Moana. I know I got to find Moana before she get here. So that's all I'm saying is what toy or what thing interests him that he has to have this. I don't see him travel with something that he just have to have. And when he's sitting in the seat, he should have 2 or 3 little things, and maybe he should have his iPad or his telephone or something. He should have something. He should just not all the time we see him, he just in a stroller and he don't got his toys. And she gonna take this the wrong way because that's just her. And depending on how y'all deliver it, cut it up, she gonna get one little piece of this, and it's gonna make it look like I said she was a horrible mother, and then she gonna fly off the handle, and we gonna be back to square one, and then y'all gonna see why I don't never give my 2 cents where they need it. Do you think she knows where Jay lives? I don't think she could. She might know the area, but I mean, shit, I can't find Jay's house, and I've been there 4 times. So she might know that. I think they know the area, but I don't think she knows where her house is. Because like I said, I've been there 3 or 4 times, and I still gotta figure it out. You should ask. I'm not asking them people. I don't mess with them people at all. Them people don't know boundaries. They don't know boundaries. Mental health was supposed to be a boundary, and they don't know boundaries. I don't fuck with people that don't know boundaries. I will never fuck with those people. Why did your son address that part since his kids live there? Because he probably knows she don't know, because he barely know how to get there probably. He probably knows that she don't know. That Jaidyn is a licensed firearm and she got 2 or 3 nice pieces in there. And I hate to be telling her business, but I'm pretty sure he knows. And Jaidyn's house is wired like the police, and the police department is across the street. And I think he knows, like, you got to be a crazy ass fool if you go up over there. I think he knows that. So some things I don't think he think is necessary to address. Why not reach out through Blue instead of coming to the internet? I feel her and Junior needs you. Whenever I have given Blue an assignment to give to her, he don't never give them to her. He don't. I don't know if he don't care. I don't know if he don't take it seriously, but I think he thinks she just got it under control, and he doesn't even know probably what to do. He doesn't even know that he should know that even to go over your baby mama's house empty-handed, you should always go with something. When he goes over there to Jaidyn's house, he go with Roblox, he go with money, he go with toys, he go with gifts. You should never, ever, ever. My baby daddies was not allowed to come over my house without bringing all my kids something. Now, I'm not saying if you come over here and you got some Jordans that you got to bring 3 pairs, but you better bring some Air Force Ones for the other 2. And I just think those are things I never had to tell people. They just letting people just come over and they ain't bringing the kids no gifts. I'm not going over Jaidyn's house to visit her kids empty-handed. Okay? So you got to learn how you got to run your program with your men. You know what I'm saying? You got to learn how to run your program. And they supposed to bring a toy. Wax wife is a weirdo. I don't know that lady. I've only seen that lady twice in my life, so there's nothing I can really say negative or positive about her. I don't. She gives very much that, you know, she liked the celebrity thing is just fascinating for her. That's all that I can see. But I would never ever ever sit with my husband talking about somebody mama in their house. So that tells me all that I need to know about character. You see what I'm saying? I could never be sitting over your house and talking about your mama with my man. You know what I'm saying? And just with and then the sad part about it is they know eventually these young ladies have to call me, apologize, and why make that harder for them when they know that she possibly carrying my grandchild, and if my son go to jail, y'all ain't finna get him kids shit. The only time you gonna come around is when you got your hand out. When my son was in jail, he had 3 kids. I'm sending money I didn't even have over here, over there, doing this, doing that. Trying to help figure out how to help Krishan's baby. I just sent the money to the wrong person. They talking about you giving money to the wrong people. There was not much I could do after that because there was no connection there. So why would you want to create a situation where there's no connection if you give a fuck about my son and you know that I'm the person that's going to have to step in if, God forbid, there's any type of an emergency? And these are grown people with children going to kiki with people that's mad at me, that knowing eventually I'm the person that's got to pull up and help. She not gonna take her lipstick off and her BBL off and babysit. You know what I'm saying? They not finna take my grandkids and do nothing nice for them. Wax sent me his registry for his daughter, and I immediately sent his daughter a gift. Immediately sent his daughter a gift. Didn't hesitate. Why would you do all that for some clicks and some likes when we supposed to be a team? If you and an adult and my son is a young person, and I just, you know what I'm saying? Them people asked me to do a show with them with my son, even though under my better judgment I didn't want to. I would have did it for my son. He got home, they forgot all about that I was supposed to help them with the show, because if I would have helped you with the show, it wouldn't have flopped. Because six side do what it's supposed to do. So if they would have did the right thing instead of trying to be like weird about it, I could have helped y'all with the show. I'm a little seasoned in this area. So you had a whole finding love for Jonathan show without his mom, who the Zeus done poured millions into. It's never given what it needs to give. So I don't know. When he said his daughter had a registry for baby stuff, I immediately did. They sent it to me. I immediately picked whatever was left. Okay. Can you ask your niece to turn that sub heart star notification off or down, because it is really loud and makes it hard to hear what you're saying? Okay, I'll ask her as soon as she get here. She got her a little USC thing. As soon as she get back. I ain't telling my niece business, y'all. Karlissa, because I guess they be thinking like, oh, let me go over here and befriend this person because we might be able to get some money out of them and we might be able to get on their stream. We might be able to, and it's like, you don't even have to do all of that. You don't have to do all of that. Did you see that Nevaeh is starting a record label? She should. She should start whatever she believes. That's what she should do. Do you think Jay and Blue will reconcile? Absolutely. Absolutely. How could they not? How could they not reconcile? Jonathan took her out the shelter and she better put some respect on his mama name. The fact that you don't think that you should, because Jonathan would have never. If you notice, the first time we really seen her, other than some of them slow things on the blogs, some of them, you know how they do us on the blogs. The first time we really seen her was on Six Odd. We really got to see her open up on Six Odd, right? Can you just pause when those things come on the screen because it cuts you out? Okay, my bad. I got you. I'm late. We've just been clearing up some things. I'll just give you a quick synopsis. We just cleared up that Chrisean made a statement this morning or last night, whenever she did her lives. She said that Jaidyn was under my leash, and I woke up and clarified that she's never been under my leash. She's part owner in Six Odd. She does her own. She helps. Sorry, I'm gonna wait. She helped do her own show. She had all input on her own show. Also, her music. Can we try later this week? I have to. Oh shit. Hold on, y'all. I might have to get off of here. So yeah, we just covered up Jaidyn's accolades and we compared them on the table, and we shared that Jaidyn is just as multi-talented as Chrisean. Can she fight or box? No. I don't think that boxing is. Now she could form a technique, become a southpaw, do something amazing. But for right now, I'm just going to say, I don't think that as a boxer, whether it's Clarissa Shields or Muhammad Ali or Layla Ali, I mean, some people are just good with their hands. And I don't think for a woman that I would classify that as bragging rights over another person that uses their motor skills. That's all I'm saying. If there was something else that Chrisean could do, because before this she was homeless, if there was something else that she could do, I would prefer her to do that than to just be getting punched on all day, and to just be traumatizing her even more, because her hands have gotten her in so much trouble already, And then the last thing we need is for her hands to get her in trouble and she forget about her licensing and now she in jail. You know, and it happens to the best of them. It happens to Mike Tyson. It's a great for her to get in and capitalize on her money. But as an entertainer, as a gospel singer, as a, as a streamer, a musician, there's so many things that she has dropped the ball on, because some of those things take time before they make some money. I lost money on 6op for 2 years straight before 6op actually made $1. I had to lose money to make money. And I just don't want her to get into a place where she feels like she got to be a whole Clarissa Shields out here and bragging about beating people up all day, when that's an easy task. That's an easy skill for somebody to learn. People learn karate all day, and you know what I mean? It's just not their career. Boxing is a career that, for a mom, is going to be very strenuous on the baby. It's going to be very strenuous on her body and on her. And she's, she ain't the most beautiful girl, but I think she's a pretty girl. And I just don't want to see her face all split up and bleeding if it don't got to. And I just don't agree that y'all push people into positions. Y'all push people into positions to where it's like you almost forced her into that. And yes, if she had to get her bag up and get her money up and fight her way out of a situation, I just don't want to see 6 years from now, when it's over, what's she gonna do? You know what I'm saying? So she's athletic. She's built for boxing. She's going to be great at it. She's going to do good at it. To be her main career and focus in life? No, absolutely not. Now, if it was ballet or dance or something that she could imply in like something later, I don't know. I would be afraid of that for my girls. Every 6 months, dreading it. I was dreading it for my son. I was literally dreading him playing football or being a punching bag or any of that, dreading that. But if that's someplace you got to go to get your ducks in a row, I'm all for it. But I don't want you guys to be the type of fans that you pump up that boxing shit so much that, you know what I'm saying? She left out here with just that. She should still pick something to go to school for. Maybe she could become a physical therapist of some sort. Maybe she could write, a hit gospel record. You know what I mean? I personally would be expecting a little bit more. What do you think about her makeup line? Not really. I think maybe more of, let me think about it. Let me think about, if she were one of mine, what I would want her to come up with while she's doing this. So this is not something she would be calling her main thing. Because there's absolutely something. And I'll give it to y'all. And I don't really think it's makeup, because she's not a makeup person per se. We've probably seen her once or twice with some good makeup. Now, if she was like a makeup wearer or a girly girl, it might work, but she's not like a Beyonce or a Rihanna type of girl. But I'll figure out something that, because whatever you sell has to genuinely be you. You know what I mean? It has to. When I gave Jaidyn the face care line, Jaidyn does, she worked on my face for years. She does great with skin. She did great with blue skin. She used to mix her own stuff. So that was the reason for that. I would never tell Jaidyn to go do stuff with the skin if she never did nothing with the skin. You know what I mean? It's like you're just selling a product for some money. The product has to be you. Case in point, Pinkface is a very smart, just turned 4-year-old. Imagine saying Pinkface was 3 years old last month. That's insane. So obviously we want her motor skills and her dialect for a 3-year-old is up to 6 years old for sure. Her and Bali talked on the same wavelength, and I know they're like 2 years apart. So for Pinkface, naturally, because we all know she's very gifted and she's very smart, that we should come up with learning stuff, educational educational things, modeling, different things like that. So whatever we do, all come up with for Chrisean, and I'll help you guys with that. Since she's trying to be a reasonable person, we'll come up with something for her. Like it could be like she could be more of like a perfume because of the boxing, and she's always looking like y'all saying she stinks, or y'all said that. I never said that. I never smelt her. But it could be like her own spray line, or some sort. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm thinking like something she gets out of the shower, maybe she does a fight, takes her shower, does her own little commercial, sprays herself down real good. Could be a oil, could be a, something along those lines. Athletic wear, there we go. Athletic wear could be a good one. But I'm thinking more of something that I'm seeing like a spray. A body spray set, maybe, a shower gel body spray. You hop out the shower from beating a bitch ass, and then you putting all of that on. And I want my 10% too. And you scrubbing yourself down with the body beads, or when you get done boxing and you got to get all of that other person's sweat off of you, and you just want to be lathery clean, because that's a lot of sweat and blood. When you go in there and you change out, you just take the time to just rinse it all, get all that gunk off of you, all the other person's blood off of you, all they sweat off of you, and now you like a baby. Changer. Yeah, like a sports wash, a girl's feminine sports body wash set, a kit. Get the whole bag. And I'll buy it. And then it goes with her flow. So like whenever she's training, whenever she's, gets done training, gets ready to go box, you know what I'm saying? She could do her little commercial, and that could be her thing, and I'm pretty sure everybody would buy it, and boom, just like that. That would be her career, okay? So yes, Cardi B is very talented, but you see how she capitalized off of hair, because her hair probably amazed her after taking care of it and treating it and doing all these things to it. And somebody got that shit all the way down to her ass, nice, thick wig type full, and boom. That's how you capitalize. It has to be like your thing. Like Chrisean putting on some makeup is just not her thing. You know what I mean? We're going to see that on her once every year, that she going to put the makeup on, because that's not her thing. But she got to get ready for them. Boxing matches. See, I waited. And she got to get clean before and after. She got to whoop a bitch ass smelling good. And then she got to get out and clean all that shit off of her and smell good again. Then boom. Do you see Callie often that she's off the grid? I haven't talked to Callie for the first time ever in my life in 30 days. This is the only time that I've ever not talked to her for 30 days. Her and my husband got into a big blowout. He went to try to remove her out of the house. I don't know, her mind tells her to swing, but I know to this day I'll never understand why she swung. And so he never swung on her, but they got to tussling, and he tried to, get her out the house. She trying to, the trauma that she got is naturally, she just a swinger. So she's swinging and throwing shit, and he's trying to get her out the house when she should have just got up and when he asked her to. And I told him, you was wrong for trying to physically remove her. But husbands don't understand when a kid says, I'm going to beat your ass. That could have been his daughter, his mama, his sister. When somebody say they finna beat my ass, he's going to remove you by any means necessary. Because to him, that's crossing that one boundary of protect your wife. They don't know anything other than my husband would actually die, go to prison, do whatever, protecting me. When you have a husband, that's what their job is to provide and protect. So, and provide and protect. I'm gonna beat her ass up in here. He probably would have got me out too. So he don't believe we should be in here beating each other's ass as mother and daughter, or telling each other, I'm gonna beat your ass. So I'm just waiting for them to get their senses together and apologize to each other. Because when you love your family, once you realize you're wrong, the best thing to do is apologize. You know, and Callie is normally the provider, and because she don't let nobody say nothing to me either. Now, if he would have told me he was finna beat my ass in here, she would have got up and did the same thing. She would have got up and got him the fuck out of here as soon as he said he was gonna beat my ass. She would have turned this motherfucker out. So her not understanding it on the other side, she just probably not used to me having a real husband. Because if somebody ever tell me they're gonna beat my ass, Callie is going to flip a house upside down. That's just her. Man, women, children, she don't give a fuck. She don't even let Carter talk back to me fast. She jumps up and act crazy. So I hope that she understands. They both Taurus the Bulls. They couple days apart in their birthday. So they both got that provide and protect spirit. So I hope pretty soon that they figure that out too. I love me some you too, Stacy. That's a real man, y'all. Yeah, he don't give a fuck if it's my kids, his kids. Dre chased me one day and they ended up on the floor, tied up in a knot, okay? Now, Dre was chasing me to pour water on me, but my husband didn't know. Chasing me to pour water on me because I said, fuck him and his daughter. I said something crazy because he said, that's why you ain't gonna never see my daughter. You ain't gonna get to hang out with my daughter. And they use these kids as pawns, knowing how much I love and want to be around my kids. And when he said that, I said, fuck you and your daughter, out of anger. And he started chasing me with some water to juke it on me. And by the time he got to me, wasn't no more water in the cup because I went flying to my husband. And when I got to my husband, they got the boop, boop, boop. And yeah, it was just Dre was like, okay, you got a husband. Yes, I have a husband. And not only do I have a husband, I have a hand-to-hand combat Marine, 2 tours, 16 years. I have a real husband, not a fake husband. I got a boots on the ground husband, okay? Hand-to-hand combat and a special type forces shooter. So yeah, I don't got one of them. And my kids not used to me not having one of them. So now they know. So as soon as Callie wants to sit down and apologize, and he's ready to apologize, and I've been apologized. I text Carter every day and tell him how much I love him. I had Jaidyn give him some birthday money for me. Gave the money to Jaidyn. She gave it to him. So, it's going to do what it do at the end of the day. Callie will come around. They love you. Girl, they get so mad. This is her first time never talking to me. Usually it'd be like a day or two and she'll be like, okay, Mom, what do you want? Did Mrs. Sappho play in the NFL? No. He never played in the NFL. Mr. Sappho went to the military. He was on a full ride baseball scholarship. Full ride baseball scholarship and tore his arm up. But he did play basketball though. And after he tore his arm, he went to the military. Did the blogs be lying, shaking my head? You need to ban these people. They just be saying I never heard that one before though. Will you throw Rila a baby shower? Yes, we are planning a beautiful princess baby shower. We are planning a beautiful princess type baby shower. I work with special forces. Oh shit, hold on. Still here. They said he played. We still on here? Okay. Thank you for the hearts. Yes, we will be having a very beautiful princess baby shower. Yes, and you will have to show up in princess attire, and it's going to be magical. It's going to be very beautiful baby shower. And I will share more once other people have their baby shower. Don't come on this live unless you know Jesus, okay? If you don't know Jesus, you can still come on this live, but you can't be doing too much, okay? She said we're gonna pray over the new house. Yes, for all the Christians, we're gonna have to rally together because this is not giving what it needs to give. So I need all the Christians to rally together. That includes Jaidyn, she's a Christian. Chrisean, she's a Christian. Rila, she's a Christian. And I know nothing done got on all their nerves. I know they got a prayer and a word on their heart for my baby. So yeah, we need to get all the Christians and all the children together. Because this how the manifestation gonna come together, y'all. This how the manifestation gonna come together. Remember when I told y'all about them t-shirts for all the kids? Remember that? See, because what the devil used to hurt you, that's how it works. Don't be scared when the devil rises up against you. That means Jesus getting ready to do something on your behalf, baby. Turn up again, Alexa. Turn up again. Don't be scared when he try to set you up with a bunch of demons. Have them all up over there, all bullying on you. And have them all in the same house together with your seed. He's setting the table. He's setting the table. You know what a table is? You got 4 legs. A table got 4 legs. All my babies gonna sit at that table. Can somebody say Jesus is setting the table in the presence of our enemy? We're gonna find out who them enemies is. It's gonna take 4 legs on that table. I don't know where that other one gonna come from because my son's sitting at that table. But anyway, seeing them rallying together and all their magic, and all their magic is doing, all it's doing is bringing us back. Who is KJ? And KJ, who is KJ? Well, girl, don't get on here talking about John got no more baby mamas coming now. I don't know who no KJ is. Please don't get on here and tell us we got another baby mama coming. That's too many at one time, girl. I can't take it. You about to run up my pressure. Oh, I thought you were saying he got another baby mama named KJ. Girl, don't do that. Don't do that. I'll log off. Oh, KJ is Karlissa Jr. Oh, okay. Karlissa Jr. Oh my gosh. Yes, the baby shower will be televised on 6 Side. The baby shower will be televised. I have not met her mom yet. I will meet Rila's mom next week. But y'all don't be paying attention. They thought they was gonna mock Jesus. They was gonna mock him and my son. They was gonna sit up there and mock us. The blood of Jesus. Gonna mock the blood of Jesus. You see, the devil will have you forgetting where you at. He'll have you forgetting how you got there. The devil had you for, where is my subs? Because I know this is some good teaching. Where's my subs? Because I know this is the best teaching of them all. Okay, so they were sitting up there mocking the blood of Jesus, talking about the crackers. We don't eat no crackers. We eat the crackers in representation of the body of Christ. And if you know like you know and you are part of the body, we're all one. Where my subs at? That was the best teaching of the whole circus. You know how long it took me to derive at what Jesus was doing when he was doing what he was doing? I think it's going to take another week or two maybe. But Rila had agreed to sit down with Jaidyn. She had also agreed for Jaidyn to come and be a part of the baby shower since Jaidyn does all the beautiful decorations and stuff. So Rila does not want to have a problem with anyone. She understands John's position. She understands that John is not trying to be in a relationship with her. And that's going to be the beauty of her story. She's not trying to be one of these baby mamas that force him to be with her. Now, if he want to come over there and dig in her ass, I'm pretty sure that she said, I'll clarify it, but if he want to come over there and play house, I think she said she was cool with that because they wasn't in no relationship when they got the baby. She had no expectations. She wanted a daughter before she got pregnant, and so she wanted another baby for her baby. So this was just a plus to whatever is going on in her life. She also said that she wasn't trying to put him on no child support. If he would rather do the time 50-50 time with the baby, she would be okay with that. So he doesn't realize, but probably the most beautiful baby situation that he's ever going to have. All she wants him to do is spend some time with the baby, and whatever he can help with, she down with that, but she mostly just wants her daughter to have a father. Obviously she missed out on that. So if he just signed up to be the father, then he don't got to sign up to have no love-hate relationship with her. They can come and go and continue to do they what you call it? They one night stands, make some more kids, not make some more kids. She's open to all of that. So she was not trying to put no cuffs on him. She was not trying to be a part of the snatch a man, be my man, none of that. They was having fun. They got caught up. This is what she told me. They having fun. They got caught up. She just want to have her kids and be straight. So y'all ain't gonna get me into that colorism talking about light skins be Delulu. I mean, you ain't gonna meet too many brown skins that's cool. Like that's that's just want you to be a good daddy. Like she just wants her dad. She just wants, the way Journey is being treated as a baby girl. That's just what she wants for her daughter. She wants her daughter to be a happy star, and we gonna make sure. Yeah, we gonna make sure that happens for Karlissa no matter what. So you got the run. You got the best one night stand you ever gonna get. Okay, because Karlissa Jenner is on it. No, so yeah, so I gotta go because I gotta get ready to go do some filming. And y'all pray for me, and let's hope that this episode goes well. And just know that Quincy has not signed up to do this to be messy. She's doing this for me. She's doing this for herself. She's doing this for her friendship. And she doing it to clear it up because she also did not like the way it kind of looked like I knew or I got through under the bus and I had a part of it. And she's going to clear that up so that I have a witness that I never knew that, because my son seems to think that I knew. And I did not. So Quincy is the only witness that I have to testify today. So Let me go get her to testify. If you're not on 6-Side, you can get on 6-Side. And we appreciate y'all over there. And all of Journey's stuff, as soon as we finish putting it all together, we'll drop on 6-Side first. It will drop at a discounted rate for all 6-Side subscribers first, and then we'll put it everywhere else. Okay? Amazon, everywhere. Okay? Love y'all. See y'all in a little bit. The reality show Stacy is on 6-Side. There's over 100 episodes for the last 4 years. I have literally been filming everybody from Blue, Dre, Callie, Jaidyn, Chrisean, me. 6-Side is all of our family stuff for the last 4 years. So where have you been? How do I download it? Just go to Patreon and put in LA Real Family Blues. It'll pop up. There's over 100,000 subscribers, over 100 episodes. The video team that's on there, you will notice if you scroll all the way down to the bottom, you will also be able to see the well, am I not supposed to be saying all of this on that Twitch?
You want TikTok?
Twitch. Oh,
you can say it on Twitch. It's okay.
You scroll all the way down to the bottom and you'll see the very first episode. Notice the difference in the transition over the years, because we have used, shout out to our camera crew, we have used the same camera crew for all 4 years. Zeus let our camera crew in on my stuff. They let my camera crew in when we did Bad versus Wild. Everything's on there. All the real tea, not the cut stuff, the clip stuff. They done cut and clip some stuff off of there too. But all they said turn that down, Sonya. They want you to turn that noise down. They said every time.
I ain't doing that.
They said every time I talking, it interrupts. Can you turn that down? Say hi to my friend.
I don't know where it's at. Yeah, I don't know where it's at. Is that happen every time somebody follow you?
No, I don't know what that noise is. She said every time the button goes off. Somebody tell us how to do it. If you tell us, she'll figure it out. It's on YouTube. No, it's not on YouTube. It's on you got to download Patreon, the app Patreon, and then you just go to the Real LA Family Blues. Not real. It's LA Real Family Blues. And it's 6-Side. The network is called 6-Side. It's CIXOT. So it's toxic backwards. And the word does have a meaning in case you didn't know. So you can go look it up, because I know y'all, somebody said that don't even have no meaning. It do. I don't know how to turn it off though. She said she don't know how to turn it off either. Thank you. Turn it off, please. Okay, we'll figure it out right now. Because do everybody else turn theirs off too?
The sound?
Yeah, that.
It's not, those not ads?
We might have to chat GPT that one.
Yeah.
Okay, y'all have a good day. I got to get dressed before they leave me. All right, bye. We out. You know how long it took me to derive at what Jesus was doing when he was doing what he was doing? He said, I know you ain't letting no load. You ain't letting them people bully you. Bully who? Nigga, you know I go to war about mine and die with a smile on my face. Over there doing blasphemy, talking about me, putting me in the same category as and then mind you, they doing all of this. They doing all of this from my bloodline. Y'all sitting there about to try to do a baby shower because I did a coming home party. They thought I got rich on the coming home party. Whole time they didn't know my book was flying off the shelf. Whole time they didn't know 6-Side was being built like Zeus Network. But they sitting there like, oh, it's gotta be blue. It's gotta be blue. I bought $1 million house while my son was in prison. So gonna sit up there and like try to play our God. Y'all over here at my son's house, eating off his table, off his plate, then talk about his God. Y'all the crumbs in this house. Y'all in this house over my child. Looking for crumbs. He did 2 years. You should have had the bag for him. Sitting on his couch, making fun of his God and his mama. And wait for my son to get home to get no money. I was getting the money while he was in jail. getting that credit score up just in case he need me to co-sign for him too. So that house y'all all think y'all about to be sitting up in, who you think name going on that? Do anybody need some extra I feel like somebody needs some of that VA or that federal government insurance, some of that good stuff, some of that PPO stuff. I feel like somebody needs a blessing in the circus. I feel like somebody been walking around using that Medi-Cal when they know they didn't have to. I feel like none of them people in that house can give it to you. But they talking about my God. They talking about my God, our God. They sitting on the couch in my baby house waiting on the blessing. These blessings didn't come from Jonathan. These came from my grandparents who prayed to God, our God, because if you really watching and you're really watching them make fun of his mother, talking trash about the mother in which the uterus in which he came from, but you're sitting on the couch waiting for a blessing. Got it all made up, did your lipstick, got cute, got your surgeries done. To go sit on my baby couch, y'all get your babies a blessing. Y'all got a God too, remember? What, she took the day off? Did their God take the day off? That they would have to go sit up in my son's house? Sit in my son's house and wait on blessings that I have been over here begging and struggling and praying for? You thought you was just gonna pull up and get? Where was we at? I'm over here making me and my niecey poo some breakfast. She said, if your kids don't love on you, don't worry, auntie, I got you. I got you. My niecey poo in law school too, y'all, by the way. Anyway, so back to the story. Yes, thank you. They're sitting on our Jonathan, y'all. That's our Jonathan, okay? They're sitting on our Jonathan's house talking about his mother, making fun of his God, but wanting his God to put them on somebody. If you don't say Jesus is Lord, they over there like rats begging and scratching and clawing at the tape. Talking about, can we have a little bit? You really think Jonathan, out of all the people in the world, you really think Jonathan is just the seed that I raised that never left my side, that trusted everything that I said. I could tell him that it's dark outside, he will believe it's dark and it will be light. You really, really think that you can come up against Jonathan's mother and you're begging on his table and y'all got sons and daughters and you can't get nothing out of it, that you gotta go beg my child? But they so mad about it. This how you gonna know your enemies, baby. They gonna build your table. They gonna be the legs to hold that. You got to have them. Don't rebuke them. Rebuke their actions. You ain't never heard me say I rebuke you. I rebuke what you're doing because I know I need you to build this wall. Can I get some hearts? Because that right there, baby. Thank you. Instead of saying, you know what, Mama Blue, I respect that you don't want us to play with Jonathan and his God, because he's feeding multitudes right now. And we don't want to mess that up because we don't want to starve. And we don't want to have to put him back in prison just to show him he's not in control. Because we know when we put him in prison last time, y'all money didn't stop rolling and he didn't stop flowing. And his mama didn't need him to buy no house. Thank you. Thank you. Because they got Jonathan over there feeling himself again. But sometimes you don't never know. That's why I'm not coming at Jonathan, because he might just be testing his waters and his surroundings. I'm not coming at bro yet. I'm gonna let bro do himself right now. I'm not finna get in there and do that for you. You got to do that for yourself. If your mama didn't have to allow the enemy to come in to eat, you do not either. You do not either, son. You don't have to play with the demons for the check. They know you got the check. Hell is going on in here. I seen it. Chrisean starting to figure it out. She over there sounding like Mama Blue, ain't she? She over there talking like Mama Blue now. She picking up what I'm putting down. She over there being smart. She picking up what I'm putting down. She sound more like Mama Blue than Mama Blue do today. She said, girl, not like that, not like that. You got to pay attention to the wisdom. She watching them all over there looking for crumbs, and she like, oh no, it's not in there. That crazy lady got it. Y'all wasn't paying attention to what I was putting down. And I don't want to hear nobody crying about it later. I don't want to hear nobody talking about hold him accountable, hold his hand. You love your son. All you care about is your son. I don't want to hear you crying about it later. They came in and they tried to rob him, told him that Jesus was not Lord. One of them even put the word B-I-T-C-H on the end of God's name, but sitting there begging like a clown, a puppy, a dog in the street, begging to be up next. And who she begging? She ain't begging that lady with them candles. She ain't standing there. They not begging them gods that they was over there talking about. They not. They begging my baby. That's my son. Came out my stomach. 42 stitches long, ho. 42 stitches. But I appreciate it though. We do appreciate y'all service. We do. Because we understand you got a job to do. That just really sucks for you. It just really sucks for you. Yeah, that's what they said. That's what they said. They sat up there and we ran a 42 slant on their ass. That was called a 42 slant. I don't know what that is, but it sounds good. We ran a 42 stitch slant on their ass. And at the end of the day, God's still gonna get his praise. See, they trying to uplift their God. We don't gotta uplift ours. They over there trying to uplift theirs. Okay? We don't gotta uplift ours. Can somebody say amen? You don't have to uplift your God. He made the rocks. He made the earth. He made you and your mom and your daddy. They over there working hard to uplift. I don't even know the lady's name. They over there doing, and that's fine. I'm not knocking what you do because you got a job to do. But I'm just letting you know, boo, you ain't got to beg Jonathan. You ain't got to talk about his mama. You ain't got to talk about his daddy. You should be able to get that on the table just like we did, because that's your God. And if your God got power, you should never have to suck another man's to get it. My son did 2 years and came home on top of y'all. I don't know what kind of God y'all serve, but the doors of the church are open. And Jesus Christ is a free gift. All you got to do is receive it. That's all I'm saying. That's all I got for y'all today. On today, shout out to, and don't never get it twisted. Me and Jaidyn can have our words. We can go back and forth. Callie, Blue, we can talk our talk. But our name is in the Lamb Book of Life. Together as one. We are a family. Don't ever get it twisted. Play with your mama before you play with God. So when the time comes, I don't want to hear nobody crying. I don't want to hear nobody weeping because we gave you a lot of chances to get it right. We gave you a lot of chances. We didn't come with y'all. We not. Y'all can lock us up and y'all can throw away the key and we still gonna be a family. Okay? All I asked that girl was not to put my son's name, over there with them demons. That's all I asked her. And if you love my son, you would have respected that. My son is 29 years old. It is too late to try to take Jesus Christ out of him because it's all in him. It's all over him. Jesus owns Jonathan. And you can't come in here and play victim. You can't come in here and cry about it. You can't come in here and do none of that bull crap, okay? You can't come in here and be like, oh, he did me so dirty. He's supposed to. You're the devil. You came to rob us. You're supposed to leave with the short end of the stick. Know your place. I don't want to hear nobody crying about it later. I don't give a hell if she's under Skid Row with 10 kids. Y'all better not get on my goddamn social media talking about, go get your grandkids. They're not my grandkids. She gave them kids to the altar of the devil. She gave them kids, she said she making them kids bracelets and anklets and beads and offering them to the devil. I don't got nothing to do with that. And there's either this or there's that. And we know that. So don't get on here trying to tell us about the pineapple man, the Buddha man, all of that. It's Yahweh or nothing. Okay? It's Jehovah Jireh or nothing. So don't get on here trying, oh, our God, that's your business. Okay? That's your business. When God put that blood on the door of all his children and all them other people's kids was dying, he didn't feel bad. He didn't tell nobody, go get them. So don't get on here trying to ask me for no sympathy. I tried to give you the gift of God. I tried to give you, you tricked us. So woe to you, you tricked us. You pretended to receive Jesus Christ. Your God heard you repeat that. So whatever comes upon you, your God did that to you. Because my God ain't got nothing to do with you. You tricked us. You tricked the world. You told the world you didn't do voodoo and that you received Jesus Christ and that you was now saved. You will never catch Jonathan pretending to do that for your God. And if he ever even thought about it, I would do him just like you about to be done. And I don't want to hear now one of y'all crying about it, telling me to do nothing because I'm not doing nothing. Sit up there and let a young girl, 8 months pregnant, you know my son finna throw to the motherfucking Figueroa Boulevard, sitting up there laughing with her. Then walk out talking about, well, we gonna find out if that's his baby because you know what we gonna do if it ain't. That's why they laugh and they chuckle and they giggle when Jonathan say he got 2 kids and 4 baby mamas. Because the less food he got to put on them kids' plate, they think they gonna get. Oh, somebody. That's good teaching. Good teaching. The left get rid of his family. That's why they do that. They want to get rid of the people's family real quick. Because if you give a nigga $1 million and he got real family members, you know he got to share with them. But if we eliminate them family members, he gonna be happy about that million. He gonna be happy about that million. But you ain't gonna rob him twice. You're not gonna rob him twice. Because like I said, he's the head, you're the tail. He gonna eat regardless. He don't need y'all to put him on, put him up. And you know, Jonathan, it has pushed the bar and the limit. So you got to know that God's promises, the favor of Jesus over your life, baby, the mercy and the grace that God still provides Jonathan to be the head and not the tail. So all he been through, baby, you better know that Jesus loves who he loves. And you can't be mad about that favor. You just better get you some of it. And you better get you some of it for your kids. Because the last thing your kids ever want to see is your grown ass, you and your new wife, sitting on somebody else's kid's couch, spending time with them and their grandkids begging when you ain't even over there posting them. How y'all gonna have my son all over y'all page like he y'all God? Y'all got kids and grandkids. Put y'all motherfucking kids on. Put them on them pages too. Start representing them little motherfuckers. That's what you need to be doing. Because if you pour into yours like I pour into mine, your cup gonna get full. Stop going over other people's house trying to eat off their cup and talk about their mama. Can you believe this? Can you believe it? Ain't called my baby for 2 years, ain't offer his kids $1. Now y'all want to talk about his mama that held him together, that motivated him, that encouraged him, and realizing and knowing like that ain't the way. Shout out to her mama for letting her live with her and take care of her and help her with her kids, because that's what mothers do. Y'all would be at home with her mama. They in the kitchen cooking together, taking care of them kids together. Y'all want her to feel bad about that? Because she can get along and respect her mother in her mother's house and save her money. I tell y'all don't get it. Y'all just don't get it. They wanted that baby to feel bad because she gets to stay at her mama's house and not have to go sell her funky Watusi to every Tom, Dick, and Harry. She don't gotta go sell that ass, and y'all mad because they over there cooking and sharing time together. You fucked up on that one, Jonathan. Any woman that can live in her mama's house with a kid and then get ready to bring another one. Anybody that got a mama, anybody that got a mama to do that with a smile on their face and be happy about their grandkids coming. We got to stop that as Black people. Feel bad. And I told her, I said, girl, you better shine over there at your mama house. You better thank God because these niggas ain't got that type of mama. Okay? They out busting they ass, selling it, flipping it over and treat them like the tail and the donkey on the tail, elemental QPG, and you get to sit up there at your mama house and laugh and giggle and cook with her. Girl, I'm jealous. I'm jealous of Rila, honey. Forget the fame and the money, honey. You get to sit up with a mama that raised you, got you to college, graduated you. They want you to feel bad because you at your mama house. They at the shelters begging for a blessing. And you up over there at your mama house. Girl, I wish somebody would. I would let a bitch who ain't got no mama that she could go home to make fun of me about mine. Honey, Rayla get up and stretch and enjoying her pregnancy. She ain't begging nobody for a goddamn thing. You heard me? And she gonna be the one blessed most of all. Watch what I tell you. Watch what I tell you. Little Karlissa finna bring her great joy. Little Karlissa finna bring her great joy. You know why? Because she don't hear no man talking crazy to her all day. Because he knows she over there trying to rob him for something. She over there trying to be a demon and convert him into something he done already told her he not. You at Karlissa, little Karlissa is not at war. Little Rita is not in a war. She ain't even here yet. You'll never hear that lady say, I get this baby out of me. Be pregnant. Your child in your womb is your greatest gift in life. You want to rush it. You want to rush a baby out. Why would you allow a man to make you unhappy while you got the gift of life in you? Do y'all know how many people is out here begging for kids? Begging, taking pills and cotton and all kind of shit. Worshiping other gods to get a baby. Y'all see these people having slow kids and all. Ain't nothing wrong with it. I'm just saying they over there doing, and I'm referring to Beyonce because I didn't know. Over there doing some type of tricks and trades to get them babies. And then the babies ain't even coming out how they want them. Come on, y'all. We got to do better. We got to do better. No, ma'am. I wouldn't even let nobody name their child after me doing that type of stuff. I would not give my lineage and my bloodline that type of name. I wouldn't even let that girl name her child Karlissa. I would tell her I don't want it if I knew she was out there selling it just to get it. I'm sitting over there making sure Karlissa is healthy and happy and hearing good music and good love and eating good food together. I never could go home with no baby if I wanted to. I have never been home since I had a child. Now, I'm sure I could have imposed on my father, but my mother would never have it. She don't love nobody like that. I could never go home, and you probably can't either. That's why y'all mad. Gonna make that girl feel bad because she get up and cook with her mama while she pregnant. And baby gonna come out stronger than life, be favored and anointed. Got these women out here talking, y'all worshiping them, talking about they want to hurry up and get the baby out, or they'd kill the baby if it's twins, and y'all sitting up here, and then you want my son to be treating her all nice and shit. Treat that like the scum of the earth that she is, okay? I'm sorry. You want somebody to treat somebody nice that's over there talking about they want the baby to hurry up and come out. The baby is being formed with all of its identity. All of the love of God right now is being formed on that child. Oh, I know why. But you ain't got no God. It's the work of God, because we already know you can't get no baby unless God give it to you, right? But why would you on earth, why would you give a baby why would you give a woman a baby who wants the baby to hurry up and come out so she can get out here and look good? What kind of substance is with you people? My whole itch. You happy, then you want to hurry up and make the baby hurry up and come out so you can look good. Girl, you looked good for 20-something years and ain't nobody gave no fucks, okay? You looked good for 20-something years and ain't now gave a fuck, okay? You was in a shelter doing horribly. The house is nasty, you trifling. So when your baby get here, ain't nothing finna change but what you already had going on. So you need to not rush Jesus, okay? You need to let God, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit do magic on that baby, okay? You need to let them work, okay? Because the last thing you want, baby, is a rushed baby. Because God will give you what you ask for. He'll give you what you ask for. Think I would ever get on here and to let even if I was tired of being pregnant, I had twins, I would just kill one of them. And there's people out here that really, really, really wants a baby so bad. Wants a baby for their husband. Jonathan need to be scared. That's what he need to be. But knowing him, he think his favor is just so automatic, and so he think he can go have a baby with somebody like this, and everything just gonna be fine. That's what I know how he thinks.